Beautiful. I'm so glad to see you. Thank
You
you for
too.
coming.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Oh my goodness. So, welcome everybody back to the Big Up Yourself show. Oh my gosh, I can't
Pick
believe
up yourself.
Big Up Yourself, girls. We are into our third episode. I can't believe this. And the Big Up Yourself show is all about celebrating yourself, right? It's to acknowledge our awesomeness. It is to give ourselves credit for being a survivor of all kinds of things. It's to brag on our accomplishments, to embrace our originality, to show off our gifts and talents, and to promote our projects and gifts. And if you have done something that you felt like you couldn't do, I want you to be a guest on this show. Welcome, subscribe, like, leave a comment, and let's get on with the show. Vermilla is here. I can't, oh my gosh, I am so freaking excited to be talking to you.
Me too. I'm excited about this.
Oh my
Glad
God.
to be here.
All right. So, you know what the show is all about. And one of the first things I want to ask you, I'm curious about, is your name. Because I've never heard that name before. And I'm always interested in how people got their names, what their names mean, and if they actually work their names, you know, if a name works for them. So tell me about your name.
All right. This is pretty simple. My dad, I come from a big family, so I got a bunch of brothers and sisters. And so my dad starts with a V. His name is Verily. So the girls is named after our V's like my dad. So I'm the baby girl. I got three sisters. So we got Vanessa, Vera,
Oh,
and then Vermilla. And so when you have a lot of kids, everybody and already had a name. They didn't had a name they got to use, the name they got to use and pick a name. So my dad just came home one day from work when my mom was pregnant, while she was pregnant, and he just said, "That's going to be a girl, and her name is going to be Vermilla." And
oh
so
my gosh. What kind of prophet was he?
I don't know, but he knew him, and that's what it was. But I'm one of those people, though, that even though he named me Vermilla, right out the womb, I had a nickname. So Vermilla really just I just got to use that when I'm in trouble. So my
Yeah.
family called me by my family nickname, and people at work and things like that just call me V. So when I hear Vermilla, that's usually mean my mom, I'm about to get in trouble for something. And then when she had the middle name, that means it's over. The verdict is in. Yeah, the verdict is in. It's a wrap. That means it ain't even discussable. The trouble is had. So
Okay. So what do you like to be called?
well, that's what I said. Vermella is still my name. But it just kind of differentiates where I know people. So everybody know if they calling me by my nickname, it's usually somebody I had a long time. They're close to the family. We're close and things like that. But if someone calls me V, then most people know that's most of the time it's kind of been like something that's been work related or kind of more on a professional level and
Mm-hmm.
things like that. Because even my sister, they call her V too. So when we're together, it's like V and
Oh,
V. Yeah, V and V's.
you
Yeah.
want to be too.
Yeah. So
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Vermella. I like that. I like it.
Mhm.
It's so pretty. It almost sounds like the name of a perfume or something. It's very pretty.
Oh,
Hmm.
I like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, okay, so we got that part down. So now I have a question that I usually ask my guests,
Okay.
because this is about um building self-esteem and just celebrating ourselves for even surviving some stuff. And I know we've all survived something.
Mhm.
What is one difficult thing that you have survived or overcome, and how did you overcome that?
Okay. One difficult thing in it's not so much as survived, it's more of a mindset. I had a mindset shift.
Mhm.
And like I said, coming from a big family, um, I'm used to having a lot of people around me. and always wanting like something like, come on, let's go do something. When my biggest thing is I'm learning and still working on that. My dreams, I have big dreams, but I had to come to realize that my dreams are exactly what they are. My dreams. They're not everybody else's dreams. And
Mm.
so I can't always expect everybody to do what I want and get on my bandwagon. And that's
Mm-hmm.
kind of hard for me because it's like, come on, that make a lot of sense. Why wouldn't you want to do that? Why
Right,
wouldn't you want to
right,
go do
right,
so and so and so and so and so and
right.
so? But yes, and what sharing my dreams, wanting people to get on my dreams, and then when they don't, really kind of getting in my feelings about it. So, so
Yeah,
that's one
yeah.
of the things I had to overcome. And yeah, and I had to learn that a lot of things that should be um I try to turn into a we should do this, should have really just been a me.
Mhm,
Mhm.
mhm. You are,
Yes.
girl, you speaking my language. That reminds me of when I made my trip to Italy. Baby, I asked 13 people, 13 different people to go with me and ended up going by myself because nobody could make it. And what I had a choice to make. Should I sit around and wait for somebody to go with me or go by myself? Yeah, so I went by myself. So I understand what you're talking about.
So was your me instead of being a we? Did you enjoy it and would you do it
Oh
again?
my gosh, one of the best things I've ever done in my entire life. It was so worth it. And everything I was afraid of, it was just like a nothing. It was beautiful. It was wonderful. And when I was there by myself, I really appreciated being there by myself.
See,
Mhm.
that's good. Well, I love to travel, and that's another one of my me things that I should be doing. I still haven't completely solo traveled. I have, and I've met people places. And one time I kind of spoke to someone ahead of time, and I did that. And I've gotten close. I met another young lady one time. We met at a wedding, and we talked for maybe about an hour and a half to, like at the reception. And I just met her, and we bought some tickets to go out the country together right then within our meeting. So that's close, but I still just haven't done like you. I haven't just left everyone, and that's what I need to do. And I'm
Ah,
right there. Like I said, I'm still working on it, but
yes,
I'm,
working
I'm
it.
right there.
So your thing is that you are overcoming, you are in the process of
Mhm.
overcoming this thing where you need an audience and
Mhm.
validation
Mhm.
and a group to be
Mhm.
able to function on your own.
Yeah, that, and it's more too. I'm one of those people. It's like if something goes wrong,
Uh-huh.
who do I have to count on? It's like this. Like went to Mexico. I wasn't there, but the first day I was there, I lost my phone, and I was just happy that other people were around, so I wasn't so scattered. But if I didn't have anybody else around, I didn't know how to, everything is, I didn't realize how much was done from the phone and how much you need, that was like your card, your banking, everything. You got a little cash I had did before, but I still had like major things and the paper things and to get around and my emergency contact and all my information.
Mhm.
So it is just like the whole thing. But like I said, but I come to realize if I keep waiting for everybody to live my dreams, I won't make it my own self.
Ooh, you
I have to
said it,
live my
girl.
dreams.
You said it. You got to live your own dreams. And
Mhm.
speaking of dreams, I am
Mhm.
so excited to talk to you about this
Mhm.
because, honey, I've learned that you went and bought yourself some land in Africa. Baby, I'm looking to do the same, but I haven't jumped on it yet. How did that even happen? How did that even enter your mind? I want some land in Africa.
Okay. Well, actually, it all kind of tie together because that is my big up myself, but that is also that. Look,
Up for that, sister. Big you up for that.
look, hold on,
That,
look, hold on, hold on, wait, look, let me big up, let me big up,
big up yourself,
look.
sis. Mm.
Thank you, big up. Well, like I said, and it ties in trying to wait for everyone to get on my thing, but I went through a thing where I just, you know, what am I doing when I'm enjoying myself the most? Where do I want to do? What is that? What is my true bucket list? Like it's not
Mhm,
everybody else. What is my true bucket list?
mhm.
And it was like some destinations to travel and things. And so I did that and kind of got it out the way. But the other thing was, other than travel, I wanted to own some land somewhere. And then Africa, it's like, I want to be the first one or some that, for my nieces and nephews, or I don't have kids, but, for nieces and nephews or someone, I want them, if anybody wants the chance to get back to their roots,
Their roots.
get back to their roots.
It's
Yes.
on your T-shirt. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And want to go back home. We all know we all from Africa. And so,
Uh-huh.
yeah. And so it was a big thing on my bucket list. And I have just had that push to go ahead and do the things on my bucket list, whether it's with a group or whether it's by myself. Let's get this done. And so that started me on my journey. And once I made I watched so many videos and I just had it in my mind. And it's one of the places that you can really still afford, to buy some
Uh-huh.
land, because it's hard here. It's hard here. Things are high. And it's a place where you can afford something and get some roots and really get started.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing. So, how did you go about doing the research and figuring out where to buy the land and who to buy it from and all this stuff? And
Well,
girl,
I YouTube right here where we are. YouTube.
YouTube University. Wow.
Yes, I started looking, and like I said, I just went from one to the other. I started watching videos and
Let,
looking at
let me
land.
ask you this though.
Mm-hmm.
What made you decide on Rwanda? Because there are so many other countries in Africa. How did you land on Rwanda?
Well, I had it between. I was like, I had kind of narrowed it down just through my research. I want to go to Ghana because Ghana, that's like, I did go and visit. That was fun. Like I said, it's,
Yeah,
it's like Party City.
yeah.
Rwanda, that was more like business. They are up and coming. They're modern. They're clean. They're safe. And why I chose them. And my other thing, I was like, do I want to go to Tanzania, as they call it? I was like, because the beaches. I want to be close to the Zanzibar, I guess. I want to, I was dreaming luxury. That was my luxury dream. And so
Okay.
I decided when I get ready to retire, I can go to other places and I would love this party and have luxury, but I really better be about the business. Since I'm a
Mhm.
party of one, I better be
Mhm.
about the business. And being a party of one, I need to go where I think I would feel the safest. And after going to Ghana, and then when I got to Rwanda, um, I love the transportation. I love that you can walk freely. I love that they get out and clean together. The people are really friendly. And you know how you get somewhere and you're like, this is it?
This
This
feels
is
like
it.
it. I know what you're talking about, but
Mhm.
because before I even met you, I've been thinking about Rwanda. I've even thought about possibly moving to Rwanda for so many reasons. First of all, I became attached to the country ever since I watched the movie sometimes in April about the genocide. And then when I saw how fast they were growing and recovering, and when I learned it's the land of 1,000 hills, and I love hills, when I learned about how safe it was over there, when I learned about how easy it is to do business, when I learned that most of the government is women, when I learned it's safe and clean, I was like, but this feels like home.
Yeah. Yeah. And I bought, like you said, I bought before I actually got there. But I did that at like the first land that I bought. I did that because investment. I had missed out on some opportunities because I was that fear and uncertainty. I was
Uh-huh.
scared and didn't want to take that leap and just hesitating and procrastinating. I missed out on some good deals. And in between that, the government changed the laws on how much land you could buy and the restriction. And so when it came around the second time, I was like, I'm just not going to wait. I'm not going to wait. So the first I did it towards investment. But once I got there, then after I came back, that's when I bought a piece of land that I was like, now this is where I would build my home. It's more of a land.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And now I feel so good. I'm back and I bought more for,
Oh,
and
I love
I'm
it.
buying more for investing.
I love it. So yeah, so when I was like doing my research about Rwanda, I came upon a couple of YouTube channels that they were showing land selling for like $4,000 for a plot. I'm like, I think I want to get me a piece, and I haven't pulled the plug yet. But trust me, I'm getting by the end of this year. I will be buying me a piece of Rwanda. Absolutely. So you have bought two plots or three?
Well, I've bought two plots that was together, so it's look like one big plot, but it's really
Okay.
two. So those were the first I bought in investing, and then I bought the other one from home. And I got some. Let's just say, got some other stuff too.
I
That's
like it. I
okay.
like it.
So
I
we
like
go
it.
down to how many you want. Well, let's go with I do have investment, and I got where I would like to build my house, and honestly, I said where I would like to build my house. I wanted to secure something. It was a great deal, but
Yes.
they really have one other another piece of land that's available now that I'm like
Uh-huh.
that I was like I think I'd really like like I think I might get that and really like to build my house because the view is beautiful.
Now, see, that's what I'm looking for. I don't have to be in the city,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm looking to be in the hills, like, with a nice little view. So, yeah, I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to be doing that for myself,
Well,
investing in Rwanda.
Well, that piece of land that I said is beautiful. It's not in the main city of Kigali. It's
Yeah.
in the second biggest city. It's near Musanze, and it's more of a, it has, like you said, the views you want, and it has a water view. It has a view of
Oh,
the lake and things like that. And I'm like, yeah, I don't have to be in the city. I was like, well, this one is nice. So,
oh my gosh. But it ain't nothing but us going back home. That's all it is. It's just
mhm,
us claiming our birthright, right?
mhm.
It
Yes,
belongs to us. Why
yes,
shouldn't we? Why
yes.
shouldn't we?
Why not? And look, why shouldn't we? Because everyone else is.
True, true, true. So we hear that people from other nationalities are running over there and buying it up.
Not just buying it up. You got to say it with a capital B. But buying it up. A few B's. When I
Wow.
say they are, yeah, they are buying it up, and that's part of the reason why they are changing some of the laws so quickly because they don't want that, and they don't want people coming buying big pieces of land and just holding on to them because they're not building on them or anything, and it's just looking like it's not helping. It's not
Oh,
helping it grow and look. You know what
right.
I mean? You want some happiness, some liveliness, and so they're making um, things tougher to buy, and that's why I said. And actually, I give their president credit for that. That's why I said I'm a fan of his, and because he knows he's trying to grow. He's moving like full steam ahead.
They're
You
very
know,
progressive over there. I'm
very
very
progressive.
impressed. They are so far ahead in their plans for
Mhm,
infrastructure and all that kind of stuff. I
mhm,
watch how invested they are in technology, even in the way
mhm,
that they're building homes and everything. It's
mhm.
very impressive.
And that's what I said. Everybody always thinks, well, not everybody, but a lot of times people think that, you know, that's what's there. So they think Africa is like so far behind and with their technology and their housing and things. But that's in Rwanda, they got some big, beautiful homes. And then I couldn't hardly operate because they do everything by mobile. Pretty much everything is by mobile. You go in the stores, you buy your groceries, you get your transportation. They do everything. You jump on the back of the motorbike, and that's it. And everything is, you know what I mean? Take you
Love it. So
scan the
far
picture,
ahead.
in the store. Yeah, and I was like, oh, if I didn't have someone helping me, I would have been lost. I was like, oh,
See?
I got to get my
See?
tech skills up even for here. So,
Right?
mhm,
So now you bought your first couple pieces of land from here in the United States. That was a big leap, girl. That was quite a risk. That was brave of you. You bought the land sight unseen from here.
From someone I didn't that I
From
didn't
someone
know.
you
You
didn't
didn't know.
know.
Yeah, so like you said, through YouTube. Yes, but I did my homework the best I could, but it was an investment. It was just like, you know how you get that gut feeling, and it's like
Yeah.
you got to do something. And you know how that was
Yeah.
like scared money don't make money. I was like,
Ooh.
yeah, and I was like, no. And I did it. I did it off other um a lot of it was off other investment money. So that's what it was for,
Got you to take risks with.
to take risk.
Yes.
Yeah, in case it was a loss, it wasn't, I wouldn't be over there, over in the corner crying my eyes out and getting put out.
Yes. Yes. And then you made a trip and actually stepped foot on the land.
Mm-hmm. And
Oh,
I did. And I'm not. I took my shoes off, and I'm not a shoes off type person. I had to put my feet in that soil, and
I
I
can't
did.
wait.
And
I can't wait.
yes, I was like, and I should have bought more. I was like, when I got there, I was like, I should have bought more. And
So you are going to be
I
buying
am.
more. Girl, we going to be neighbors.
Well, that's why I said not waiting for others. And that's like you said, my other thing is once I bought and when I think something is really great and it's investment and we could do this and make money, I was like, oh, I wanted to get other people involved. We should get together and we as some women and some black women, we should get together and get our own real estate group and put in and something. But like I said, I was like, here I go again.
Again, wanting
Pushing my dreams off on other people because if they haven't been there and that's not your passion. But that's what I said. But I'm glad I'm like I said, I've learned, and that is my big up because I've learned to go ahead and go after my dream. Like I said, I thought about one time, what am I doing?
Self-empowerment, girl. Self-empowerment.
Real estate. Yes.
Yeah.
And I've made most of my money doing or some type of real estate is how I made most of my money. So yeah, so I felt comfortable. I wasn't just like you said, somebody. I had my license before, so I knew a little something and some of the questions to ask and things like that. So it wasn't like totally blind. Like I said, like I don't know anything. I'm just watching the YouTube and here's my money. It wasn't quite like that. I did take a time. And I don't mean even over a month. I've been watching it. This was a real process. This wasn't a couple months, 2 months. This was a couple years.
Oh, okay.
I've been dreaming about this for a long time. And like I said, I should have got in. I was afraid and I didn't. And I just like watching the videos. So I studied and studied. And so that's why I said, I don't want it to sound like I just did it.
Jumped in.
Yeah, just jumped in. No, I had some real estate background, and I watched a few people, and I waited, and then right, and then the one that second time when it called me, like this is the one, you get that feeling like this is it. This is the price range. This is the place. This is investment. This is close to the new airport they're building. This is it. And I said, I didn't think twice about it the next time. I didn't overthink it. I just went in.
Big up yourself, sis.
Look, I'm ready to big up.
And opportunity and jumping on it. Good for you.
Thank you.
Good for you. So you would encourage other melanated women, other sisters and brothers to go and invest in Rwanda.
Yes. And not even just Rwanda itself. I mean, because to me, being a woman, and like I said, I think that country is going to do big things because it's women led. I mean, in the government is over 50% women. It's a good high. Yeah. But even just in Africa itself, it's different parts. There's other places that have good prices and things like that. And so I said, I've traveled a lot of international places, and that's what I said. And I've seen a lot of people of color, and we always seem to be, to me, in my opinion, on the bottom. We're on the bottom of the thing. And it's like, Africa is what we have. That's the home. And that's what I said. And they're buying it up fast. But no other places, letting us just, where it's easy, it's cheap, that I know of, that was just, buying it up and we have the whole thing. But like in other, other cities, you see, like every country, or every somewhere, like you see Chinatown, or, this group here,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
you're right.
yeah. And so I don't see where, like where we have that. And a lot of times when we are living together, like you said, it's considered to be ghetto or projects, and most of the time, or something like that. And then a lot of times we're renting.
Mm.
So it's like we should have some type of land or home ownership. I mean, if that's what you want to do and put it in your profile, but it has to be affordable. And here in the US, it's
It's
just not that
it's
affordable.
not quite so. You're
Right.
right.
Right. And so what's our second home? It's like, why not start at home?
Right. You're right. Because I'm looking right now, and I've been looking a couple months, few months for a home here in the US. And that's why I'm kind of like, I'm kind of like unsettled about where I should invest. Should I go ahead and purchase something here, or should I just go and do Rwanda? And I feel like I'm the kind of person who needs a nest somewhere.
Mhm.
So, but where I'm looking to buy, it's so daggone expensive. And I'm
Mhm.
like, I could buy such a big piece of Rwanda for this money, you know? So yeah, I'm just kind of turning over those options in my head right now. But yeah, but you
Yeah.
would encourage us to
Mhm.
invest.
Myself, I'm like you. I have a home in here
Mhm.
in Georgia, and I don't plan on I don't plan on letting it go.
Letting that go,
Yeah,
right?
I don't plan on living in Rwanda. Even when I say build a home, I don't plan on just moving and living there full time. That's not
Mhm.
that's not my dream. That's
Mhm.
what I said. But I would like to be able to own something. And what I like about them, it doesn't take a lot. It's not breaking the bank to buy the land, but also what really was attractive to me, you can still build as you go.
Build
That
as you go.
building process, you get your down payment, get them started, and you can pay as you go. And because they're not, looking at the credit scores, and you have to get the 30-year mortgage and things. And that was really attractive to me. So you pay as you go. And by the time you finish, you know, you're done. It's paid for. So if you rent it out or do something like that, then after that, you're starting right away to get your money back and getting to that point where you can start actually making a profit. And
Yeah.
that's not to say that they don't offer mortgages, but they do. Where I don't know, here, where you just kind of like really just
You're
do
tied
when you want to, then stop.
40 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's on your pace when you want to pay, and keep it going like that.
Mm-hmm. Good
So.
for you, sis. Good for you.
Can I give a quick little thing to the main YouTubers that helped me? I just want to say,
Yes. Yeah.
Lady
Shout
Visionary.
out YouTubers that helped you.
Yes, Lady Visionary has a beautiful place. She's a young sister. You
Lady
guys should
Visionary.
Lady Visionary. They call her Lady V. And I tell people that sister's doing a beautiful piece of land on the island. You should visit her while you're there. Very cool, down to earth, talk to. And there's another guy who's from Rwanda. His name is Frama. And he doesn't have a YouTube, but you can go Frama Adventures. He's on Instagram, and you can look him up. And he has a beautiful place right across from hers. Hers is like, it's really nice, like more luxury and things like that. But his is just equally as nice, but his is more like, I want to say, like outdoorsy, woodsy.
Ah.
He does the nature hikes and things like that. Well, she does
Oh,
too, but he
nature
really,
hike.
yes, but he's from a nature, yeah. And so he does that. And then the other one, which was my connection, who is a realtor there, his name is Ty from Africa Investment. And so he is from America.
That's
So
the one.
yeah,
That's the one.
yeah. And so he helped make the translation and things like that easy. But like I said, to get my thing done, those are the three main players that did it. And he doesn't have a YouTube, but I have a connection with a guy, with the owner who sold me my land. Like I said, I was
Wait a minute.
asking
You
questions.
you you are in direct contact with the landowner.
Oh, I got. Oh, yes. I asked so many questions. That's why I said I worried them to death. I asked so many questions that the, the young lady I was talking to, she was like, "Let me hook you up directly with the owner." I told her, "Okay, that sounds really great."
Oh,
And so since then, we became friends. And actually, someone else that I've told about, they have, I put them in touch, and they bought land from them, and they're, happy about it. And so, yes, so I made, when I was on the ground, different, connections, because even Ty, he does the real estate, he could take you to the lake. It's like whatever you need, they all do it all. If that makes sense, they all do
wow.
it all. They all sell, they all take you, you can stay at their place. I mean, they can set you up with the housing, and from pick up from the airport to drop off and
Really?
yes, they do it all. And it's
You
just like
have,
who fits you. And I tell them, I like to spread my money around. I like that whatever fit, not all in one person. So I I I enjoyed it all. I enjoyed all of them. And so
oh,
yes, but
and
I made sure to get me some connections, and that's why I'm here now too. I don't mind sharing. And oh yeah, and even a couple of others, like I said, but they don't have YouTube channels. I have a young lady um that doesn't have any American connections, but she's, born and raised there, and she's a young girl, but she does real estate, and that's, she's helped me, and that's how I found some of my other other
oh my
properties.
gosh, you got
Yes,
all these contacts.
yes.
So, you guys, if you're watching and you're interested in securing you a piece of the motherland, contact me. Contact me, and I can put you in touch with Vermilla, or you can reach out to her. Here is her Instagram handle right here. Do you mind? Can they reach out and
Yes, they can
ask?
reach out to me. That's why I said I want us to buy. I want us to buy there because we got to show up and represent too. And that's why I said, and I think it's one of the best investments. It's better than your money just sitting in the bank.
In there. That's right.
It's depreciated. It
4%.
makes it hard to get out. Yeah, so
Making
let us,
4%.
yes, let us sit right there in that land and let it build. Because from the time I bought my land to I actually went, it was about 6 months before I actually went down there to see it. And from the time I bought it to the 6 months I went to see it, it had already went up in price.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Right.
yeah, so that's why I said if that money was sitting in the bank,
It would
doing nothing for me.
just be
Yeah.
sitting.
Yeah, basically almost already had close to, I would say almost, closer to more like almost doubling my investment.
Oh my gosh. And here's a reminder, guys, for you to subscribe to the channel for more interesting conversations like this. And please to help us out, and leave a comment. Your like and your comment are very, very important towards helping us out. Because look, we're trying to make this a big show, okay? Okay. And with your help, we can do it. All
Big
right.
up the big show.
Big up the big show, sister. So, girl, I am so proud of you. I want to big you up for the visionary in you, for seizing the opportunity to make your life look the way you want it to look, right? And for taking charge and just doing things your way, the Vermilla way.
Thank you. And I like that too. I hadn't thought about that. May not be the right way. I don't know the right way, but it's the Vermilla way, and it worked for me.
Exactly.
It could work for you too.
So now, as we're getting ready to close, I want to ask you this. And you've probably said it before, but what is one thing that you want to big yourself up for in this moment that we can drink to?
Taking action, doing things, going for my dreams, and not just talking about them.
Wow. Not just talking about them, but going and taking action towards your dreams. That's big. Big. That's big stuff. Pick that up. That's big stuff. Cheers to you, sis.
Thank you.
For you for taking charge, taking control of your own destiny. Good for you. And it was an immense pleasure to have you on, sharing your insights, right? Thank you so much for saying yes. Thank you so much for your company, and thank you for being you.
Well, thank you too. And let me say Thank you for having me on your show. I was, I'm still blown away. That's like, you find it interesting enough to ask me to come be on your show? Because
Absolutely. Are you?
I didn't find it as interesting. I was like, everybody just gonna say it's crazy. I said, I think most people probably think it's crazy. So when you saw the vision, it made me feel good. I was like, oh, she's a kindred soul. Me and her, she
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'll come on your show because so thank you for having me and understanding and follow me through this journey. I do appreciate it.
I'm telling you, I can't wait to be actually following you on your YouTube channel too.
I'm trying to get it together.
This is what we haven't told the people. Mm-hmm. You and I are going to be in Rwanda at some point. Maybe, I don't know if it's this year or early next year, but we will be there together. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
By that time, I will have bought my lot or two. Yes, ma'am. You think I'm just going to sit and let this pass me by? No way. No.
Hey, well, you're excited now, but when that investment start to roll in, we're going to really big up ourselves. We're going to both be excited.
We're going to come back and tell the story.
Hey, we told y'all. We did that, and we told y'all. That's all we all can say is like, we did tell you.
We told you.
We told you. Hey, know your roots. Let's do this. So that makes me feel good too. That, like I said, somebody else who also sees the vision, you know what I mean, and see it for themselves. So that's a good feeling. So if I'm crazy, I got some crazy friends with me.
Girl, we're gonna build our own little community. We're gonna build our own little community over there. Mm-hmm. All right, sis. Well, thank you so much for your time, and we'll chat after this.
Thank you.
Bye, girl. Big up yourself. Big up yourself.
Okay, I'm gonna go out with bigging up.